lastly, for our news, is we have a confirmed release date, barring any, unforeseen circumstances that pushes back major blockbusters a couple of years, but let's hope that doesn't happen again, ever again. Godzilla vs. Kong, the sequel, will be coming to a theater near you March 15th, 2024. And it might not be the movie you're expecting, or it might be the movie you're exactly expecting. It seems like this movie is going to be set in present time, which I was not expecting. This is, again, just speculation for right now. We don't have that much, actual evidence as to what will be happening with this movie in terms of, plotline, but supposedly we will get the rematch of the century between Godzilla vs. Kong, with potentially Kong's son being involved. Son of Kong. Anybody that knows wrestling will know the rematch is always harder to sell to audiences than the original. You've got to tell us why we should care this time around, because I was rooting for Hairy Cheeks the first time around, even though I knew he had no chance of winning. Godzilla pretty definitively won, as he should. Godzilla should beat just about everyone. So I don't really know why I should care about a sequel, unless it was the storyline that I had heard might be the case, but it doesn't seem like it is now, in which case the Godzilla vs. Kong sequel wouldn't have been a sequel, but a prequel about the first time that the Godzilla people and the Kong people, for lack of a better term, squared off. Because in Godzilla vs. Kong, it was hinted at that there's some ancient rivalry between the two of those. I would have loved to see prehistoric Kong versus prehistoric Godzilla, more so than a current one. That being said, Godzilla vs. Kong was one of those movies that really helped the box office coming out of the pandemic. It was the one movie more than anything else, because people knew it was a spectacle movie that you had to go to see in the theaters, not just, watch it on HBO Max, because that was such a genius plan. Thanks, Jason Clark. I'm glad you're fired. But Josh, how excited are you for a Godzilla vs. Kong sequel? And what is this something you're excited for, setting it in the modern day?
No, I can't say. I'm really not. I think a big part of that is just because of the way that they end the one that we got. Primarily just because yes, Godzilla won, but because of the events of the end of the movie, they kind of leave on good terms, and so to speak. So it's oh, okay, cool. So what are we gonna have a miscommunication about now? Oh, okay. And then also, in order for Kong to have a son, doesn't there have to be another Lady Kong? And how is that going to look? And I really don't want to imagine it, and I don't want that to be a thing. I also am in the corner with you. No, done. No, thank you. I do not. Mm-mm. And so, because then also, does that mean that Kong's not around? Because if it's just his son fighting Godzilla,
it would be him.
Yeah, because there's a lot of questions. I think I have more concerning questions than I do excitement for anything about this story that they're pitching here. Don't care about a rematch. I would much prefer if they teamed up. But
Kong
whatever,
rides
dude.
on the back of Godzilla like piggyback ride into battle with his battle axe. I joke, but if there's a shot in this movie where Kong is riding on the back of a nuclear Godzilla with the battle axe while Godzilla is breathing the nuclear fire, I'm not gonna lie, you'll have my money, because that just sounds cool. Or Son of Kong, just Son of Kong riding in a battle with metal armor of a mecha Son of Kong. Because the great thing is, when it comes to Godzilla and Kong, you could just throw action words together, and it probably has been a movie in the franchise at some point or another. True. Super Mecha Hero Godzilla versus nanobot Kong, like, I don't know, that probably got made at some point. Just throw in random sci-fi gargly gook, and it could make sense in Godzilla vs. Kong. Bring back Mothra. I know Mecha King Ghidorah is a thing, so Mecha King Ghidorah? Or, you know.
So they're like, oh yeah, so Mecha Godzilla didn't work. So let's go with the next one. Yeah. And they just keep making like mecha versions of oh my gosh, a mecha invasion. Let's go.
And
so
then the only thing that can stop them is Godzilla teaming up with Kong. Teaming up with the freaking Jaegers from Pacific Rim. I refuse to let that die. That's a crossover we need. Come on now. I need a Jaeger to punch a kaiju in the face. They'll turn and pivot after getting punched, only get fire blasted by Godzilla and then uppercutted by Kong. Come on! That sounds awesome. Better yet, a Jaeger riding on the back of Godzilla to battle with Charlie Hunnam. We will avenge the death of Luther. It was Luther. No, Luther's another Idris Elba character. Stacker Pentecost, the greatest name ever for a hero.
That's such a cool last name, bro. Like, you can't even deny. I'm with you. Like, at this point,
Pacific Rim Godzilla crossover, dang it!
You could literally do anything else except for the story that they pitched, and I would be down. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm fine, but like with like the stories, but I just, we'll see what happens. I guess I would prefer it not to be like, oh, well, here we just went back down to his home in the other dimension, the subterranean levels, and found a living ape.
But I would love it if the whole movie took place in that subterranean level of like,
oh yeah,
there's no rules there. Just make up whatever you feel like. And just like any other Godzilla or Kong movie, you just replace the human characters and pretend the other ones never existed. Just go, it's a new batch of food. I mean, humans. Just go. You just gotta be some generic dude. But make it in that whole subterranean area. That could be fun. Maybe some flashbacks to when Godzilla and Kong first meet the first time thousands of years ago. I'd also be down for that, please. How was the battle axe formed? Like, clearly Kong won at some point. So, also, like, how did the Kong people construct that cave? Because there's clearly, like, some, like, handmade stuff. So, Kong teams up with Donkey Kong, and Godzilla teams up with Bowser. It's secretly a Mario crossover. Chris Pratt comes in and saves the day at the end. It's all connected, man. It's all connected. It's a Super Smash Brothers prequel.
But it's like, it's not like the Mario Brothers Chris Pratt. It's the Jurassic World Chris Pratt.
And he tries to do the hand thing to Godzilla.
Guys, stop. Yes. And like, dude, and if they make Godzilla obey it, like, I would literally die laughing. Like, that is like
still less dumb than Jurassic World.